Welcome to my channel. My name is Nia, and I am so excited for you to join me on this very important but exciting topic. And today we're discussing how to be confident in yourself and your femininity. So, femininity and confidence are closely related because when you are confident in your femininity, it allows you to embody your femininity. If you are not confident in your femininity or confident in yourself, you will shrink your femininity. You will shrink how you present yourself and how you show up with the world because you're hiding parts of you. But when you're confident, you embody it and you're proud to express it. And then femininity expressed with confidence becomes magnetic because it is not performative. It's embodied within who you are and you express it with effortless confidence. You express it with excitement. You show it with excitement. You walk in and you're captivating people because you have this confidence within your femininity. The combination of these two qualities makes you a divine feminine woman because divine feminine energy deepens your femininity with purpose, presence, and power. And together, confidence, femininity, and divine feminine energy create a woman who leads with quiet strength, who radiates self-worth, and flows in alignment with her purpose. She does not chase, she attracts. She does not force, she trusts. And in that balance, she becomes truly powerful. So in this video, I will provide tips on how you can become confident in yourself and your femininity so that you become this divine woman that is magnetic and that attracts and that is grounded in herself and her presence and in the way that she presents herself. So the first way is to know your worth. And you know your worth by being self-aware of who you are. This means knowing your strengths, knowing your weaknesses, knowing your uniqueness, knowing the good, the bad, the ugly about you, and embracing those things about you. You're not running away from yourself. You're not self-hating. You're not self-rejecting, but you're accepting of who you are, good, bad, ugly. And when you do that, it allows you to build an inner security because you know where your limits are, you know what your strengths are, and you know how to control yourself and manage yourself so that way people are not able to control you, to manipulate you, to use your weaknesses against you, to use whatever qualities that you want to hide about yourself. They're not able to use that against you. But when you embrace every quality about yourself, if it's the ugly, you're able to be aware of them and then you can work towards getting rid of them, eliminating them. And the bad, you could see how bad they are, like on a level of 1 to 10, and you're able to determine how you can get rid of those bad habits, how you can transform them into good habits, how you could eliminate the things that are bringing out this bad, ugly side about you rather than hiding and pretending that these parts of you do not exist. When you hide from yourself, these things show up in ways that you may or may not be aware of. So if you have a envious side and you're not sure just how bad this envious side of you is, when you're in a relationship with somebody, for example, that is when you see how deep this envious side is, and that could cost you your relationship. Whereas if you're aware of this envious side, you've embraced it, you've accepted it, and you're working towards getting rid of it, you're working towards not being envious. When you are triggered, you're in more control, and that is what makes you divine. And when you know that you are in control of yourself, the good, the bad, the ugly, it will build your confidence because you know that no one and nothing can use these qualities against you, and no one and nothing could get you out of character. Rather, you know that you can control yourself and you are in control of yourself at all times because you know who you are. Another reason why self-awareness is important is that it teaches you to know your voice. When you know who you are, you're able to trust yourself more. And when you trust yourself more, you show up confidently. You know that I have a strength in this and you are confident with that. When you know you have a weakness in this, you're confident in asking for help because you know you have a limitation on whatever it is. And this ties to the examples that I provided earlier. People cannot use things against you because you're fully aware of who you are and you are fully in control of those qualities. Whether they are good or bad, you are in control of yourself at all times. And when you know that, you will have confidence within yourself. And then the third benefit of being self-aware is that it stops you from comparing. When you know your strengths, you're not comparing them to somebody else. When you know your weaknesses, you're not comparing that to somebody else. Instead, you're motivated to improve on those weaknesses, to work on them, or like I said, you're able to be more confident in asking for help rather than being in a competitive energy and thinking, well, she's not asking for help, so I shouldn't ask for help. And that will not serve you in the end. And being competitive is just, it's not a good quality to have. It would take away from your feminine energy. It would take away from your femininity. So knowing your strengths, your weaknesses, as well as your uniqueness will allow you to stop comparing. And when you embrace yourself and you accept who you are wholly, it stops you from running away from yourself. Instead, you just embrace yourself. It builds self-love because you know that whatever you don't like about yourself, you're working towards being better in those areas rather than hating those areas about yourself. That is a much better mental and emotional place to be in rather than living in self-hate or self-rejection. That would take away from your confidence and your femininity. You love yourself wholly and you're working towards being better, improving the bad, getting rid of the ugly within yourself. You will fall in love with yourself because you know that you're becoming a better person. You are confident that you are becoming a better person. And when you love yourself, the world will reflect that back to you and you will get love in return. The next way to know your worth is to set boundaries with grace. Setting boundaries with grace is so important because when you are working on the process of being self-aware, you will determine what your boundaries are as well as what self-respect looks like and what it means to you. And they allow you to teach others how to treat you. So boundaries are so important, and why I love this point is that knowing your boundaries shows that you know yourself deeply. When you know yourself, you're confident in enforcing these boundaries because you know why you need them. You know why these boundaries are important to you and how they are helping you be the best version of yourself and how they're helping you maintain your femininity. And another important part of boundaries is that if you're someone who is not used to speaking up, it teaches you to speak up. When you have to enforce your boundaries, you will be forced to speak up, and that will give you confidence the more that you do it. The more that you enforce it and the more that you see that people are actually respecting you and the more that you respect yourself, you will have confidence within yourself over time. So always remember, confident women speak up. If you struggle with speaking up, this is a starting point. Know your boundaries, know why they are important to you, and enforce them. And you enforce them by speaking up, and you enforce them by showing your boundaries. Another way to know your worth is self-love. Always remember that the world will treat you the way you treat yourself. Do not ever expect somebody to love you more than you love yourself. Do not ever expect somebody to respect you more than you respect yourself. And do not ever expect somebody to speak up on your behalf, because that does not show confidence when you're looking to other people to give these things that should be inside of you. They should already exist within you and you should be embodying them. Self-love is exactly that. Self-love. You have to love yourself and the world will reflect that back to you. If you don't respect yourself, the world will not respect you. And as we spoke of a little bit ago with boundaries, if you don't respect your own boundaries, you cannot expect other people to respect your boundaries. They will walk all over those boundaries. They will cross so many lines because you are not respecting yourself enough to enforce them. So always remember, it starts with you. And that's why I wanted to start with this point, because when you are self-aware, it will build your confidence, and when you are confident, other people will be confident in you. It starts with you. What you feel and what you radiate out, how you feel about yourself, the world will reflect exactly that. The world will give you back what you are putting out there. Another important point on knowing your worth is to know what your dream version of yourself looks like and what the dream version of your life looks like. When you are aware of these things, you are confident in enforcing them and going for what it is that you want. When you truly know your desires, you have confidence saying yes to the things that will get you closer to getting those desires. And you're confident in saying no to the things that will take away from you receiving your desires. And this is important because distractions will always exist in the world. People wanting to take your attention away from what you're working on, whether it's for good reasons or bad reasons. Sometimes people just want to spend time with you because they love you. and that time that you are spending with them is taken away from what you're working on. If you are building your dream business, let's say, you can only hang out with people for a certain number of hours or some days. But if you're not so strong in building this dream of yours, you will allow distractions to take you away and you will be easily swayed. You cannot be confident when you're easily swayed, because people who are confident stay grounded in what it is that they're working on. They stay grounded in their beliefs and they stay grounded in their boundaries. If you're someone who does not know your dream, or you're not sure of the type of woman that you are trying to become, you don't have the visual of your dream life, of your dream self, you will easily be distracted. You will easily go with the flow. You will easily change from this person to this person, or this version to this version, or this idea to that idea, because you're not grounded in what you want and what you're working towards. People who are confident are not distracted. Instead, they are disciplined in what they're working on and they are focused on what it is that they are trying to achieve. Next is to have self-belief. If you believe you cannot get anything that you want, that is exactly what you will have. So if you're believing confidence is impossible for you because of whatever it is you've experienced in the past, or because of what people have said upon you, if you choose to believe that, that is exactly what will be. Instead, believe in yourself to achieve what you want. Believe in yourself to transform into your dream version. Believe in yourself to become confident and to embody these feminine qualities that you're desiring and that you want to cultivate within yourself. Have belief that it is possible, and have belief that you are more than capable of achieving these things that you want about yourself and in your life. And if you're someone who's struggling in this area, don't put too much pressure on yourself. It takes time, and sometimes baby steps are the way to begin. So as long as you are consistent and disciplined, you will be okay. As we spoke of earlier, when you are clear on the vision of the life you want, you're clear on the woman that you are trying to be, the dream version of yourself. Through your discipline and consistency, you will build self-belief and you will build confidence with time, because as you achieve one thing and you achieve another thing and another thing, those small wins compound over time, and you will see that it is so capable and everything that you want and desire is available for you, and you will get it within time. So start working on your belief system, and you do this by building self-trust. You do this by being consistent and disciplined within yourself, and you also do this by raising the bar high within yourself and not setting a low bar for yourself. Because if you're setting the bar low on things that don't require much effort on your part, it will not build the confidence that you want and the confidence that you need to achieve big dreams and to be the dream version of yourself. Aim high, and when you aim high, you will achieve so much more than you ever thought was possible. And when you do achieve that dream life, it will be so worth it, because nothing compares to living your dream the way you envisioned it and the way you wanted it. You will be so happy and proud of yourself for raising a high bar and meeting that standard. The second way to build confidence is self-trust. And this is a big one, because you have to trust yourself in order to be confident, and you have to trust yourself to embody these feminine qualities that you are desiring to have. And the reason why self-trust is so important is because if you don't trust yourself, it creates confusion and chaos within yourself. And when you have this internal confusion and chaos, it radiates to the rest of the world. So let's say you are desiring this thing and your mind is telling you you are so capable of achieving this thing, like you're dreaming of whatever it is that you want as your dream version, as a feminine quality and habit that you want to embody. Your mind, everything, your spirit, your energy is telling you that you are so capable of doing this. But when you try to take action, for some reason your body won't move, you don't feel motivated, because there's some part of you that's believing we can't. That causes a disconnect, and that causes chaos between your mind and your body, because they are not in sync. When they are not in sync, this is what I mean by confusion, and this will cause you to not trust yourself, and this lack of self-trust is what will result in you not being confident in yourself, because there's an area of you that is self-doubting. There's an area of you that is stuck believing in the negative, whereas the rest of you is saying we can do it, and then that internal conflict is holding you back. It's showing to the world. The world can see it. And some of the ways that this internal confusion and chaos shows up is through your posture and your facial expression. So it will be harder for you to smile or to lift your head up and to show up with the confidence qualities because you have this internal struggle, that energy that you could be using to lift your head up as you walk into the room. Whereas if your mind and your body are in sync, you will show up with full confidence, and all that energy that could be used for that internal struggle is instead used to you showing up with full confidence, showing up and showing that smile, slowing down to take in the room as you walk in, and just having good posture, because the energy that could be used for internal struggle, it's being used to elevate you and to make you show up as the best confident version of you. And when you have that internal chaos, it will not show as good posture because your body will show that there's some sort of struggle, and that's why you find yourself slouching like that or just not sitting upright, because you are weighed down by this internal struggle as well as the effort that you're taking to maybe cover up showing this internal struggle. And this internal struggle will not help you or your femininity. Instead, this internal struggle will add to low self-esteem, low self-worth, and low confidence. Make it a point to work on your self-trust. Make it a point to work on getting your mind and your body and your life in sync so that no area of you, internally or externally, is struggling to keep up. It's struggling to believe what the rest of you is believing, or it's not motivated and adding to what it needs to add. So your body needs to add what it needs to add to show confidence. Your mind needs to add what it needs to add to show confidence and to show that to the world. So one of the ways to build self-trust is to make your own decisions. This means you're not turning to everybody and everyone for advice on everything. Rather, start to trust and believe in your ability to make the right decisions and trust in yourself and your ability to make decisions that are best for you. People will only guide you as far as they can. You know your life. You know what you're trying to achieve in this life. You know the dream woman that you want to be. The other person that you're asking may have an idea, but they will not know it fully and deeply as you do. So they will give you advice that will get you so far, but when you are making your own decisions, you will make decisions that will get you to exactly where you want to go. The decisions you will make will get you to that high level of dream woman that you want. Because for example, if you are watching a lot of femininity content, you're into a lot of this because that's what you're working on, and you're asking advice from someone who is not as invested as you are on this topic, as an example, they will give you advice based on what they know, and that is how believing in other people's decisions and opinions will limit you when you are relying solely on what other people say, or you are getting your confidence based on what other people are telling you. You limit yourself. So one way to fix this is to trust the decisions that you make. Trust yourself that even if you make a decision that's not the best, have confidence that you are able to bounce back and you are able to get back on track on what it is that you're working on and what it is that you deserve in your life. Trust in your ability to not stay stuck on a wrong decision that you may have made or on a mistake that you have made. Have confidence that mistakes are part of the process. Mistakes are how you learn, and they really are how you learn. You won't know what's right and wrong if you don't go out and make an attempt to figure it out. So have a mindset shift where you don't dwell on making wrong decisions. You're not scared to make wrong decisions because that will hold you back and that will cost you your confidence. Whereas if you have the mindset of making a mistake is getting me closer to what it is that I want to do because it's one less method I have to try. Having the confidence that I will always be okay regardless of a wrong decision or a mistake that I make. I will get to my goal regardless of a mistake that I made. It just means I have to take a different path. Have a mindset shift where you're able to encourage yourself and build confidence that wrong decisions are not wrong. They're just adding to your wisdom, number one, because now you know what works and what does not work. And then they're getting you closer to what it is that you are working on. If there are 5 steps that'll get you to where you're going, you've eliminated 1, you now have 4 to go. And when you think of it that way, you see that it's okay to make mistakes. You will smile through making your mistakes, and that will build your confidence because you know that you will be okay regardless of whether the decision was right the first time or whether it was not right the first time. The next way to build self-trust is to keep promises to yourself. When you keep promises to yourself, you are teaching your mind and your body to trust you. You are training yourself to trust yourself because you're keeping promises to you. And the more promises that you keep towards yourself, the more confidence that you will build within yourself. Think of someone who does not keep promises to you and how you have a lack of confidence and trust in them. So don't treat yourself that way. Part of self-love means keeping promises to yourself. And the more that you do that, the more that your confidence will grow. And why I love this point is that the more promises that you keep within yourself, the more your confidence grows. And the more your confidence grows, the bigger that your goals become. And the bigger goals that you are accomplishing, the higher your confidence will go. So it's like a beautiful cycle of growth, of confidence, of achieving what you desire. And it starts with something so simple, like keeping promises to yourself in order to build self-trust, in order to build confidence within yourself. So don't ever underestimate the importance of keeping promises to yourself, no matter how small. Small things add up over time. So no matter how small the promise is, make sure that you keep that promise. If you're going to say, I will start waking up at 6 a.m., make sure you keep that promise to yourself. If you say you're going to start eating at least one healthy meal a day, be sure that you're keeping that promise. Whatever it is, make it a point to keep a promise to yourself. It goes back to the point of boundaries. When you make this a boundary for yourself, you will have this boundary with other people. When it becomes a lifestyle of keeping promises to yourself, the moment that somebody does not keep a promise to you, you will not entertain that, because that is a boundary that they are crossing, and you will not tolerate it from other people because you do not tolerate it within yourself. The third way to build confidence within yourself is to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And this ties into the second point a little bit, because when you trust yourself to make the best of situations, whether they go the way you planned or not, you will get more confident and more comfortable with being in situations that are unplanned, situations that are outside your comfort zone, and situations where you don't always 100% know all the information, because there are times in life where you don't have everything, or you cannot prepare for every single scenario. You just have to go through whatever it is, and you have to make it through whatever life throws at you. There are times you just cannot prepare for everything. And if you're going to find confidence in being so overly prepared for things, you will struggle when things don't go your way. You will struggle when things don't go as planned, or when things don't go by the script or by the book. So be comfortable with being uncomfortable. When you have this mindset shift, it will give you confidence, because it goes back to the point of trusting yourself that you will bounce back and be okay regardless of how things go. You will make the best out of the situation regardless of how things go, whether it's how you planned and intended or not. So always remember, confidence does not come from comfort zones. You have to go outside your comfort zone, and that is how you build confidence. Your comfort zone is one of the worst places that you can be, because it doesn't help you grow. It doesn't help you achieve more than you actually can and more than you actually desire. It just keeps you achieving what you're already capable of doing, and it doesn't challenge you in good ways. So don't be afraid of your comfort zone. Do not shrink yourself into a comfort zone to build a level of confidence that's predictable and a level of confidence that does not challenge you. Go outside your comfort zone and you will be challenged. And with this point, whenever I speak of comfort zones, I'll always repeat it. Be smart, take smart risks. Take calculated risks, take strategic risks. That'll also help you be confident when you go outside your comfort zone, because even though you cannot prepare for everything, you can still do some preparation. You could still go into something with the confidence of, I at least know which direction to go if it came to it. I at least know what is completely not going to work if that opportunity came in front of me, or if that option existed. So do prepare as much as you can for whatever it is that you're working on that is getting you outside your comfort zone, and that'll give you confidence. But also, if you cannot prepare for everything, that should not stop you. You are so smart, you know right from wrong. Lean on your intuition in those moments. Your intuition will always guide you. Your intuition is God talking to you. Your intuition will never mislead you. Lean on that and trust your intuition. That is part of the self-trust that we discussed in the second point. And the other point that I want to mention on being comfortable with being being uncomfortable is to lean into your feminine flow. This is why femininity has such a power, because we have this flow that comes naturally to us as women. So lean into that. If things don't go the way you planned, adjust the sails and go in that direction and make the best of it. When things are going the way you planned, give it your best, give it 100% and then some, and make things exceed your own expectations as well as the expectations of other people. So lean into feminine flow in moments where you're not exactly so comfortable, because your intuition will lead you, your intuition will guide you. You will know the moment that something feels off, you will know the moment that something feels wrong, you will know the moment that your intuition is saying leave it, walk away, and just step away from whatever it is. Your intuition will always guide you, and lean on that feminine quality and habit that God gave you. It's a gift that God gave you. It comes naturally to us. And connect with your intuition if this is something that you're not strongly connected to, because your intuition is the best guide that you will ever have. So the confidence that comes with feminine flow means whatever happens, you have the mindset, I will grow with this experience. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, I will grow from this experience regardless. I will make the best out of this experience regardless of how things turn out. The next way to build your confidence in your femininity is to know that your looks matter. Your looks matter, and how you present yourself will reflect the confidence that you walk around with and the confidence that you carry yourself with. So with looks, this is both your internal and your external appearance. If internally you are not feeling confident, you are not loving yourself, you're just walking around with all these negative feelings internally, those will reflect externally, and that will affect your confidence and how people receive you. People who are confident in themselves do not hate themselves. So be sure that you're working on your internal appearance always. You are your biggest project that you will work on. Continue to self-develop, continue to improve in areas where you need to improve, and continue to perfect those areas where you're already good. Always remember that your internal presentation is the biggest and most important, because it affects how you present externally. It does not matter how beautiful you present externally if internally you are projecting hate, you are projecting bitterness, you are projecting anger, whatever it is. Those things will chase people away from you, because people are not drawn to those qualities, and it's not a nice feeling to be around somebody who is projecting anger, bitterness, hate, self-hate, whatever it may be. It doesn't feel good to be around somebody like that, and that would take away from your femininity. And when you are chasing people away and you're not aware why you're chasing people away or why people don't want to be around you, that will affect your confidence, because you turn to self-blame. And when you turn to self-blame, that won't help you. And that's why I started the video with being self-aware, because when you're aware of certain qualities or habits that you may have that you need to get rid of, that you need to work on, you will know why people are acting a certain way, and that will instead encourage you to work on that quality, to get rid of that quality, rather than self-blaming and then expanding on that self-hate. And with time, as you eliminate those habits that are not serving you and you replace them with the habits that are helping you, you will start to build on your confidence, because you know that you now have these qualities, you now have these feminine qualities that attract people, and you are actually seeing the evidence of that. And then with external presentation does matter. How you show up externally determines your opportunities, it determines how people treat you, and it determines how you carry yourself. If you show up dressed in whatever, pajamas outside the house or bonnet outside the house, you don't feel confident that I'm going to attract the best opportunities with this outfit. And you will be right, because people will judge you based on how you were dressed. That is the message that it gives when you don't show up the best on that extreme end. But also in a professional setting. So let's say it's a professional setting and you don't care how you show up because it's a job that you're not enjoying, or you're not inspired or motivated for whatever reason. When you show up that way, you take opportunities away from you, because people sense that you don't care. And one of the ways that they judge that is how you dress up. And that is how you lose opportunities, because people assume or they sense that you don't care, and they will give the opportunity to somebody else that is still showing up or at least putting effort to at least present themselves professionally. So be mindful of how you're presenting both internally as well as externally. Another point that I want to mention on why your looks matter is that being present in the moment is part of your presentation. When you are mentally absent, people will sense that, and when people are kind of avoiding you because they sense that you're not mentally present and they don't want to bother you more or whatever, that will affect your confidence, because again, it could take you back to self-blame, where you're blaming other things about you, whereas it's simply the fact that you're not present because of whatever you're going through. Maybe you don't want to be at that event, whatever it may be. And when you build that reputation of not being mentally present, people will think of you that way, and that will affect the opportunities that could potentially come to you. You take them away because you're not present, and people associate you not being present with not caring, and they won't trust you with whatever it is that they're trying to give you. And also, when you're not present in the moment, it shows in your body language. And as we have discussed, your body language communicates confidence. How you show up with your body language will communicate, I am a confident woman or I am not. When you are mentally not present, that's how you find yourself slouching, because you're not being fully aware of how you're carrying yourself. And you'll find yourself saying or just showing up in ways that are communicating lack of confidence, because you're not present in the moment and being aware that how you show up is affecting you and how people are receiving you. So remember to be present in your body, which will bring you into your feminine energy, and that will exude femininity, and that will exude confidence. Be aware of how you are presenting at all times, especially when you are around people. Also, be aware how you're showing up for yourself, because it starts with you. What you embody is what you will give to the world. So be aware of your feminine energy at all times for yourself, and then you will be able to share that positive, that rich, that luxurious feminine energy with the world. And then a reminder I want to mention on this point as well, why your looks matter. It goes back to the point we discussed on your posture. If you have internal conflict, that shows up in your facial expressions and your posture. So work on your self-trust so that you can eliminate that internal conflict, and that will allow you to show up confidently, and that confidence will show up in your facial expressions. You will smile confidently. You will be able to make eye contact. You'll be able to just rest and stay grounded regardless of what's going on around you, because you have so much self-trust within yourself. And that self-trust will also show in your posture. You will stand up tall because you're confident in yourself. You don't have an internal struggle that is weighing your body down, but you're standing up tall because you're excited, you're uplifted, you're just living in this high luxurious energy, and you're sharing that with the world, and your body is sharing that with the world as well. And the final point that we will discuss in this video on how to be confident in yourself and your femininity is to trust in the feminine soft power. Know that confidence is not loud, demanding, or aggressive. Rather, it is soft and calm. True confidence does not need to show or prove or make a performance to confirm that it is confidence. There is confidence in softness, and your softness communicates that confidence. There is power in softness, and when you lean on that, that is when you do things like not causing attention to attract. You stop chasing to attract. Rather, you rest in your femininity, you rest in your softness, and you know that what is meant for you will come to you. When you are not feeling the need to perform, when you're not feeling the need to chase, you just carry this light energy, this light softness, and this quiet confidence and this quiet power that you know what is meant for you will come to you. You're okay with letting things go, and you embrace the things that come to you because you know that they are meant for you and they are aligned for you and the woman that you are and the woman that you are becoming. So have confidence in your femininity, have confidence in feminine power, and that is how you will rely on your soft power and exude that calm, soft confidence. Next, if you are feeling insecure about your looks, or you're feeling insecure in your femininity, let's say, take the time to study what feminine confidence looks like and observe women that are exuding the qualities that you want. Observe them and see how they carry themselves, how they speak, and how they exude these feminine qualities that you would like to cultivate within yourself. And when you are aware of what it is that you need to embody and you start working towards that, that will build your confidence, because as you go out there and you're putting these things into practice and you're receiving the positive response that you are desiring, you will get confident with time. And as we mentioned earlier, small steps add up over time, and with time you will be aiming higher and you will be aiming bigger, and that is exactly what you will be getting, bigger and better with time and with more practice. And then next, compliment other women. When you compliment other women, this takes any insecurities that you may be feeling towards any woman. This takes away any insecurities that you may be feeling within yourself. There's a saying that goes, a candle does not lose anything by lighting another candle. So celebrate another woman's beauty, celebrate another woman's feminine qualities, celebrate other people. And the more that you do that, you are spreading good, and good will come back to you. So uplift others and give them compliments, and as you uplift others, that will uplift your mood, that will uplift your spirits, that will uplift your energy because of what you're getting back. When they're just so grateful, you're putting a smile on somebody's face and you're smiling in return. Everybody's feeling warm with this beautiful compliment that you've given. And another reason why I love complimenting other women is that it gets you in a mindset of gratitude. It gets you in a mindset of appreciating what another woman is doing in this world. You're appreciating another woman being in her femininity. It leads to you being inspired to do the same. And when you're inspired, that is a different energy where you're not coming from envy. Instead, you're just admiring and grateful that there's another woman that's living in her feminine energy, that's enjoying her femininity, and she is not a threat to you because you're seeing the beauty and the good in her, rather than leaning on being insecure or comparing yourself or trying to compete with her. That will take away from your confidence, because you'll be wasting energy trying to compete and compare when you can be using that energy to uplift and inspire other women. So compliment other women as much as you can, and be true and authentic with your compliments. Don't just say things to say things. People can sense that. Always be authentic with everything that you do. So I hope these tips that we've discussed in this video will help you build your confidence if this is something you're struggling with, or that they'll encourage you to be more confident. If you have other tips to add, be sure to share them in the comments below. We would love to hear them. But I do hope that these tips were helpful and that they add to your confidence as well as your confidence with your femininity. So to close the video, I wanted to leave an exercise for anybody that may be struggling with building confidence. This exercise will help you build your confidence, or at least get you on the path to working towards it. So there are 4 steps in it. The first step is to build self-awareness through reflection. So this is the journal prompt. What areas of your life do you lack confidence in? Where do you feel small, hesitant, or unworthy? So be honest with yourself as you journal. Do not judge yourself for what comes up or what you discover. Rather, go with the reminder that confidence begins with clarity. You have to know what it is that you need to work on. It has to be the truth, because you cannot fix something that is fake or something that is false. It will not help you in the end. So be as honest and as truthful as you can, and come from a place of love rather than a place of judgment. Then the second step is to activate the student within. This means do research on how you can improve on these areas that you have discovered in the first step. And the research process can be done in a lot of ways, so be sure to incorporate as many or the ways that work for you, so that the exercise is productive to you because it's what you need. So you could do things like reading books on confidence, femininity, or personal development. You could watch videos or interviews of the women who embody the qualities that you desire to have. You can observe their energy, their body language, their mindset and boundaries. Take notes and reflect and implement what feels true, authentic, and aligned to you. Then the third step is to face the lion. Go out there and put into practice what you have discovered. Go out there and share with the world the new version of you, the dream version of you. Don't be afraid to show this new side. Know that some people will judge you because they're used to receiving you a certain way. Be prepared for that. But either way, stick to your goals and stick to what it is that you desire to achieve. Don't allow people to throw you off your path because they don't understand what you're working on. You have your vision, it's yours. you are bringing your vision to life. So instead, celebrate that and go out there and put it into practice. Learn what you're supposed to learn, improve the things that are not working, and don't stop because things are not going the way you may have thought they would. Keep going. Eventually, you will find the winning recipe. Eventually, you will find the winning formula, and you will get to what it is that you desire, the dream version of you, the life that you desire. It takes practice. Things do not happen by wishing for it. Things happen by working for it. And then finally, write down affirmations. When things get tough, when things get discouraging, use these affirmations to encourage yourself. And with the affirmations, make them personal to you, your situation, and what it is that you desire. Do not pick affirmations that somebody else wrote down. Instead, use those affirmations to inspire your affirmations. But when you make your affirmations personal, that is when they will stick. That is when you will believe them. And that is when they will truly move you because they are personal to you. And every time that you feel discouraged or just because, say these affirmations to yourself, believe them, embody them, and with time, that is exactly what you will be. The exact thing you are affirming is who you will become, and it's what you will receive in your life. So I hope this exercise helps anybody out there that is working on their confidence and working on their femininity. I hope that it helps you achieve what it is that you're working on, and good luck on your journey. I am excited for you. It's always exciting to see what other people are working on and what it is that they are trying to achieve. I wish you all the luck in the world. You're more than capable. I am excited for you and I love you. And I will see you in the next video. Bye. Thank you again for watching my video. I wanted to say, take a moment to check out my online jewelry store, Pretty Dainty. It is faith-based jewelry that is both elegant and beautiful, and when you wear it, it is a reminder of God's love and His promises for us and His plans for our lives. I will link the website below, and happy shopping with lots of love, Nia.